from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, down at the 33. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 25. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. A solid stiff arm. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler there to make the ground. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Bridgewater. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Now Gordon on first down. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Bridgewater. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former Bronco All-Pro, Chris Harris. He's at the 40, the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook. A 22-yard touchdown ground. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Broncos nothing. Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Linval Joseph coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Rip left.
Play action now. Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams there to make the grab. And the Chargers continue to pull away here this first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 28-0.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. After the sack on first down, Bridgewater, he'll let this go deep for Sutton. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there for Denver.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On first down, it's Gordon. And he's got room. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. On fourth down, Herbert. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's going to be caught, it's Palmer. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. A big gain that time for the Chargers. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
The penalty certainly makes things tougher here as they try again. Third and goal. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Hopkins with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Don't say nothing. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. 44. Mike. So we got man.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
Check the backer.
Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos get a bit closer. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 41, Herbert. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the pass.
Bridgewater now. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and saying, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early.